Um, So one of our value exchanges with the creators in Japan, what we commit to do that, we uniquely bring them to them is that data back. So we have over the last 25 years or 28 years, depending on which company, built relationships with fans in these regions across the world. And while anime fans have a lot of similarities across the globe, their preferences, what they watch, how they watch, is slightly different in each region. And that's the data that we spend every day understanding, drawing insights from, and taking those back to our creative partners in Japan, either influencing what shows they tell, how they tell those stories, and sometimes what we are investing in co-producing with our partners in Japan. Oh God, because sometimes certain stories might not be something our partners might be able to create and produce primarily for the Japanese audience. So we've stepped in and invest with our partners because this might be something that we believe strongly for our audience internationally. And so we take that step and co-produce with our partners. Hold the fuck up. Because hold on. Because sometimes certain stories might not be something our partners might be able to create and produce primarily for the Japanese audience. So we step in and invest with our partners because this might be something we believe strongly for our audience internationally. And so we take that step and co-produce with our partners. Oh my fucking God. I want to bring up again what back at 2018 Crunchyroll Expo, an insider told me that there were Western consultants influencing shit over influencing how anime is, how what the Western audience prefers in anime. This is what happened. This motherfucker just admitted it. He admitted it. That's really interesting. Can you give me an example of something that you stepped in to say? There's an audience outside of Japan that's worth it. Here's some money. Actually, oh my God, is that? Hold up. Actually, there's a show that we just launched in January called Soul. Okay, hold up a sec. For those of you that don't know, with Soul Leveling, there was a rumor that Soul Leveling's production was Soul Leveling had a very disastrous production. And that's why it kept getting delayed. I tried asking my insider about if they knew anything about it. And they heard there was problems, but they didn't know why. Is it because whoa. Hold up. Let's continue this. It's a show based on a Korean manga. Dubu, rest in peace, my dude. Our team had read the manga, liked the IP, so we actually took it to our partners in Japan, one of our sister companies, actually, Aniplex, and co-produced the show with them. We announced the show about a year and a half ago, and we released it in January. And it's been you're not gonna. Of course, you don't mention the disastrous production. Dude, this motherfucker, dude, is are you serious? Is Crunchyroll behind this? And and it's been very, oh my God. We took it to our partners, aka Aniplex, and co-produced the show with them. And we announced the show about a year and a half ago, and we released it in January, and it's been, oh my God. Oh my God. If they are the reason why production was horrible, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised by this. Let me know what you guys think, because Crunchyroll productions have been really, really Crunchyroll RAM productions have been very chaotic. Oh my god, I would not be surprised. And let's see. We announced the show in a year, about a year and a half ago, and we released it in January, and it's been really well received by fans across the world. And so that's one example where we co-produced a show that we brought to the table based on what we were hearing from our fans. You also did High Guardian Spice too, but which is not what fans wanted. At least that was Crunchyroll. That was pre-Funimation merger, but that's amazing. That is a globalized sweat and that is globalized in sway, right? You go find a Korean IP, you have an audience for it somewhere else, and hold on a second. That's the thing, though, which is kind of bullshit, actually, in terms of soul leveling. Soul leveling actually has a really decent audience in Japan. If you want to make a better argument, Tower of God has a bigger audience in the West than it does in Japan. Just saying. That's amazing. That is global, and also they didn't co-produce that unlock, but you know what I mean. That is globalized in sway, right? You go find a Korean IP, you have an audience for it somewhere else. You bring it to a Japanese studio. You talked at the beginning about fans really appreciating the inherent Japanese quality of the work. Do you have any safeguards against? Okay, this process might actually make this less Japanese, less the thing that our customers are asking for. Yeah, it is definitely something we pay a lot of attention to. Really? We definitely believe that anime fans globally want to experience stories that are from across the globe. Yes, we do! Stop putting out botched localizations, bruh! So actually, you know what? Not just that. Your response, hey, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid was under you. You're the one that allowed that shitty English dub out to come out. So you're full of shit. You know it's true, bruh. You allowed that to happen. Yeah, it's definitely something we pay a lot of attention to. We definitely believe that anime fans globally want to experience stories that are from across the globe. That is one of the biggest things that attracts them to anime is the diversity of the stories, the diversity of genres. It'd be nice if there was less isekai, but yeah. So we do believe in taking stories that are global and producing anime out of it, but doing it in a certain way that they're still authentically anime. So we work with creators and even with IP holders. So, oh god, continuing to prove my my insider right. So we work with creators and even with IP holders so that the IP could be presented in such a way that is still authentic to the original story, but also authentic to how anime creators would tell the story. I don't think anime creators appreciate you botching their story with horrible localizations consisting of memes or turning characters into completely different people, or having AKA localizer fan fiction, or what's the other, or localizers putting their politics up in there. I really don't think they would like that. No, I don't think so. Let's see. So we do believe in taking stories that are global and producing anime out of it, but doing it in a certain way that they're still authentically anime. So we work with creators and even with IP holders so that the IP could be presented in such a way that is still authentic to the original story, but also authentic to how anime creators would tell the story. So our producers are very focused on making the story, making sure that the authenticity still comes through. I know the localizers are separate from the producers, but god damn. That's actually, you know what? I kind of have to call bullshit on that too, because Tower of God is a shitty adaptation. So is The God of High School. So you're full of shit on that too. That's a pretty good sense of what you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to bring stories to a certain class of creators, and then you're trying to take the anime that they make out to the world. That feels like the main business, right? Streaming video and the inputs and outputs of streaming video. And when the app actually works, but or the video player works and the servers work. Is that what Crunchyroll is? You described it as a media and an entertainment company. Do you have other businesses, or is that the main one? Streaming businesses are. I'm going to say this right now. Thank God, Sony Home Entertainment are the people putting out physical media, and it's not Crunchyroll anymore. Starting in, I believe, between March and April of this year. It's going to be Sony Home Entertainment taking care of it. And if you want actual accurate localizations, and also for the record, if you guys are worried about like Aniplex or whatnot, in terms of Sony, I can definitely confirm that the Blu-rays, they are not censored. So if you get Blu-rays, you're fine. But if you want to be sure that you don't have any botched localizations, if you get if you get like a release with like a Muse communications localization, you will be fine. Those are accurate. You just got to get, you got to just get like a South Asian release and you will be fine. In terms of if you want English subtitles. I don't know if the Japanese releases have like the Crunchyroll localizations or the Muse communication ones, but just saying. Anyways, let's see. The streaming business is our single biggest touch point back to our fans, but it is one component that we will call our flywheel approach. Like I said earlier, our entire emphasis is making sure that we're providing amazing experiences for our fans across the fandoms. All of those, oh my God, all those touch points. You are full of shit. The Crunchyroll's not doing that. So streaming is the biggest part of that. But we also are into gamers. Those that have played Crunchyroll games, you know he's lying. You know Purini's full of shit. You know that Crunchyroll games, how Crunchyroll treats games, they treat them like garbage. You know it's true. And they treat the voice actors like garbage as well, as we saw with the Tower of God game. Let's see. So we bring games that are based on anime IP or anime style to our fans. We have an e-commerce business where fans that are collectors or want to buy stuff that is from their favorite show have the opportunity to do that. We are into theatrical, so we bring movies to theaters across the globe. For our fans to experience their favorite shows on the big screen with friends and family. You are full of shit on this. Yeah, you bring them to theaters, sure, but you only bring them in for like 2 days. And don't market them outside of like maybe one press release. If you want to put emphasis on theatrical releases, market them. Do more than 2 days. Like especially for Spy Family, for example. Have like a week, have like a month, put Spy Family. First of all, advertise it. Have promotions for it at the best example. Do like what Pokemon the first movie did, for example. Remember what we got at Burger King. Burger King had like Pokeballs with collectible cards. They had really cute we had the cool kids meal toys. Do something like that. Like, how is this hard? I mean, we used to have cool ass shit back in the day. McDonald's in freaking Japan, they have Kirby. Hell, look at what McDonald's did for a fucking chili sauce recently with the McDonald's website. KFC with the freaking game. I don't understand how hard this is. You could do a cool Spy game promo. based off of, because of the Spy Wars or the Spy show that's in Spy Family. Like, come on! If you want people, if you are saying that you are going to put out movies and try and make and include it in your business, do more with it. Do like what Pokemon used to do. I'm really sad that Pokemon don't do it no more. But back in my day, we had cool promotions. We had cool marketing. We had kids meal toys. We had special Pokemon cards. If you want to like do something for anime fans, that is what you do. You do cool promos, and anime fans will go buy them. I just don't understand. And by the way, speaking of anime fans, guess what? You could get Brand Presto statues at Ross for cheap. They've been showing up at Ross. This is why I'm frustrated with my financial situation right now. Because if my finances were better, and my car, unfortunately, my whole, so fucking pissed about what happened with my car. Fucking us. I would be filming videos of going to different stores and buying figures. I just don't understand why it's so fucking hard to do it. People like will pay for, especially if they're high quality stuff like the stuff we got back in the day. People would pay for it. People would be willing to spend the extra money for it. It's so stupid. I just don't get it. We are into consumer product goods and collectibles as well. Guess what, motherfucker? It's cheaper to get the same goods, as I said, at Ross, at TJ Maxx, at Marshalls. I get my stuff and eat on eBay for cheap. I import my stuff on from when I could anyway. I got a lot of my stuff from eBay for cheap. Oh, hi, Katie. Let's see. So yeah, we are a full media and entertainment business serving our fans across all the channels that they would like to exhibit their fandom in. You're not doing actually somewhat, but you're not doing a good job at it. You are not. What I have to ask this. I even asked because I talked to my Aniplex insider about this, and he was confused by this as well. And I even brought it up to, I tweeted, I think it was AMC Theaters about this. I'm like, I think it was the owner of AMC Theaters, because I got really pissed off about it, because I saw them bitching about not making money and not having enough butts and seats or something like that. It's like, just get anime in your theaters and people will come. Do you people not want money? I don't get it. Why do you motherfuckers just not want money? Seriously, I don't get it. It's not hard to do this. It's not. Do you just not want to invest your money in anything? Like shit, I've mentioned this before, but so it's not going to violate my my NDA, so I don't have to worry about that. Something that I know is happening in the anime industry is they're increasing their budgets for production costs. You need to this would help, the anime companies pay off their production costs by, I don't know, paying with the marketing, having extended releases. It's just ridiculous. I just don't understand. I don't get it. Why do you motherfuckers not want money? I just don't get it. You call it a flywheel. Many media companies want to have a flywheel. I think Disney has the most famous flywheel of all, right? Speaking of Disney, you're fucking stupid for not promoting your anime either. You watch the movie, you love the characters, you go to the parks, stand up on a cruise, you watch the next movie, you buy a hat, it works. That approach really works. Thank you for pointing this out! Yeah, there's no amusement park, but you put the movie out in the theater, there's the as I said, there you got the Happy Meals, you got the collectibles, you got the all at like the fast food restaurants. You got the merch at like like at Hot Topic. It works. Um that approach really works. Where's the biggest source of growth for you in that flywheel? Is it growing new customers, making new anime fans, or is it existing customers buying more merch? Are you going to do theme parks? You should do theme parks, or is it the extension of the existing customers? Yeah, we don't have theme parks, but some of our IP is in theme parks. Hey, if you do a theme, dude, motherfucker, why'd you call him out for? You're so stupid. I gave this, you know what? I gave this interviewer credit, journalist credit for asking some good questions, but you fucking dumbass. Why didn't you ask about extended film releases, merch, like promotions, more promotions and marketing? Why didn't you do that? And also, Disney was good at it too. Let's be real. Remember, back in my day, God, I feel so old right now. Remember the Hercules plates, and as well as the oh God, I had who else had all the Hercules plates like I did? I had all of them. And then there was the Simpsons watches, the Simpsons toys. I had all those too. Fucking idiot. How if hey, if you do a theme park, you let me know. I get a piece of that. Absolutely. So right now, like I mentioned, there's a huge audience of existing anime fans. So we are focused on making sure that those anime fans know about Crunchyroll and can engage with their fandom and experience anime within our ecosystem. Motherfucker, you could I almost forgot. You had Crunchyroll Expo. That's what that was for. You made money from Crunchyroll Expo. Crunchyroll Expo was so much fun too. As I said, I went to 2 of them. That's what that was their flywheel. The flywheel equivalent of the theme park was Crunchyroll Expo. And you fucked it up. And technically you could also make the argument about the industry panels being it technically. But now Crunchyroll Expo, I would say, would be the equivalent to the theme parks. Fucking idiots, I swear. So we are focused on, let me read this again. Absolutely. So right now, like I mentioned, there is a huge audience of existing anime fans. So we are focused on making sure that those anime fans know about Crunchyroll and can engage with their fandom and experience anime within our ecosystem. As I said, that was Crunchyroll Expo. So that's our first, that is not your first priority if you got rid of Crunchyroll Expo, you fucking idiots. And your first priority and our sole focus, no, it is not if you got rid of Crunchyroll Expo. You are lying, if you will. We're not focused on reaching out to fans or consumers that are not aware. We are not focused on reaching out to fans or consumers that are not aware of anime and introducing them to anime. Have you not seen the lineup for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards? You are full of shit. You're lying. You're lying. You are lying. Also, the categories of the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, based on that, you are lying too. That is maybe in the future. Bullshit, you are lying. But today we are focused on taking this huge audience of anime-aware, anime-interested fans and bringing them into our ecosystem. You're not going to get them into your ecosystem because, as I said, the Anime Awards kind of proved that. The thing is, again, this is going back to when I was in the focus. I'm going to read this and then I'm going to mention why. Especially when I was in that focus group. Different components of the flywheel play different roles for us. Streaming and games, for example, play both of the top of the funnel, meaning that there are channels that will bring new people into our ecosystem. Given that, notice they did not mention manga, fucker. You said that you were for manga fans. You're not. You prove my point. These are channels that will bring new people into our ecosystem. Given that just their size and reach, they can play that role. but that also allow us to retain our subscribers and our fans. What subscribers are you talking about? Are you referring to the paid subscribers or the free subscribers? Let's see. Fans and ecosystem for a longer period of time, whereas other channels like theatrical and e-commerce are ways for us to extend that connection with our customers, with our fans for a longer period of time. Oh God, I have something to say about that. Add value in multiple ways, if you will. So those tend to be more an LTV TV play for us, a long-term value play for us. So lifetime value, where or lifetime value, where if you think of subscription or games, they play both. You are full of shit, and you are stupid for this. You are so dumb. You are dumb for this. Theatrical and e-commerce are so important. How are you going to bring people into your ecosystem in terms of theatrical when you only have it in theaters, the anime movies in theaters for like one day? You're not doing shit with that. You are lying. You're not going to extend your connection with customers when you don't have theater, when you only have like movies in theaters for one day with no marketing. With little to no marketing. You're so stupid. And then e-commerce? Bro, e-commerce, hello? E-commerce is so important. How are you going to make money if you do not have e-commerce? How? Also, your membership. You have nothing for your membership. Nothing. Crunchyroll manga, gone. You have no reason. You don't care about manga fans. They are gone. All your SoundCloud program, gone. That was the reason why manga fans were there, was for the Simulpub program. Kodansha left. And then you just said, fuck you, manga fans, and shut down Crunchyroll manga. Games. You don't give a shit about them. They left. Because you treated the games that you did acquire like shit. And then theatrical releases, you don't care. You do not care about the theatrical releases. You don't. And then, as I said, Crunchyroll Expo is that was a great piece of the flywheel, of this flywheel analogy, where you brought your customers, brought anime fans together, and they got to learn more about the industry. I met and also connect. I met so many great people there. Whether it was Maki from the VP of production, IG. I still have my beef with you, George Wada, the WIT president, George Wada. I met the Food Wars mangaka. Oh my God. I also met, who else did I meet that obviously that Crunchyroll rep that I mentioned. There was someone else that I was thinking of. Then I got to go to the Mappa industry panel. Boy, did I learn a lot there. Like, that's what people want. People want to do that. If you want, that's like a theme park. To me, that's a theme park. And as when I went to that Crunchyroll focus group, one of the things the other people that were there, I remember they didn't know anything about about Crunchyroll Expo. I was the only one that was there. This was in 2019, so this was going into my second year of Crunchyroll Expo. And I just remember in 2018, I was like, I felt like an outcast because I was the only one up to date with manga, with like all the upcoming ongoing manga, really popular ongoing manga, and there was like no manga panels, and it really I felt so, oh God, I felt so isolated, really frustrating me. And I said at the focus group, I said, I would feel, I don't want manga fans to feel like I did in 2018. I want to feel a part of it. Bring more manga panels, bring manga artists. Watch, it will be so much more fun. I will feel so welcome and have so much fun. And I did. And it was great seeing, and I met Berserk manga fans. It was so much fun. Crunchyroll doesn't do that anymore. And it's because of people like this motherfucker doing it. This is why I said, and again, this is why I emphasize, Crunchyroll is going to fall. It is going to die because of this bitch. This is why Funimation died, because of this motherfucker. Your lifetime value ain't shit. Your lifetime value is the fact that you don't give a shit about e-commerce and your theatrical oh my god, you're not doing shit for the theatrical portion of your business. That is just asking to fail. Even Netflix has freaking has merch now. Netflix is putting out merch for their shows. Fucking idiot, I swear. I'm looking at some numbers from our sister site Polygon, which just ran a gigantic survey of anime viewers and their habits for what they think. And here's what jumped out to me. 42% of Gen Z watches anime regularly compared to 25% of millennials. That's because the millennials are probably not reading Polygon and they are pirating. And they got better things to do. And also Gen Z, I really hope it's not the psycho part of Gen Z saying this. 39% of Gen Z anime fans identify as LGBTQ+. I'm taking this poll with a grain of salt. 17, and I'm not LGBTQ people. I'm bisexual, okay? I'm just saying I had to deal with a bunch of psychos from the community, and I'm just tired of it. I've been dealing with them for a long time now. 17% over the age of 18 are black. 17% over the age of 18 are black, which is fascinating. Okay. 23% of Gen Z is black. Netflix is the dominant player. Netflix being the dominant player is very fascinating to me. And that should, oh my God. According to this data, 75% of fans watching anime are watching Netflix. The majority of anime fans are pirating, let's be real. But when it comes to Gen Z, it's like 58% of Gen Z is on Crunchyroll. So that's because Gen Z is probably not, Gen Z doesn't know any better and they're not pirating. Like the majority of millennials. The majority of millennials have been pirating. They've been pirating forever. So you have a much younger audience than Netflix. It's probably Gen Z's fault that there's botch localizations on freaking Crunchyroll. Is that how you? I really hope not. It's just a joke, by the way. Don't take it too seriously. Is that how you grow to overtake? Dude, Netflix is going to destroy itself because of their new CEO. Speaking of platforms that are probably going to die, Netflix, you're so stupid. Is that how you grow to overtake Netflix? The piece of the puzzle that you're talking about, where you're like, we're not trying to make new anime fans. There's a lot of them. That is not how you're going to overtake Netflix. No, you need to get more anime fans. You need to do that. You're not, that is so dumb. The pieces of the puzzle that you're talking about, where you're like, we're not trying to make new anime fans. There's a lot of them. We're just going to win with that what we have here. Oh my God, this is where I'm like, I really love this interviewer because they are saying what we're thinking. Purini is a dumbass. Oh my God, you're so stupid, Purini. It seems a little bit in tension with the Gen Z is picking Crunchyroll because that's the new base of fans. Oh my God. We're fucking, Crunchyroll is doomed. So how are you initiating the younger audience to your service compared to Netflix, which seems like the default for everyone? If Netflix is the default for everyone that isn't pirating, why? I'm very confused by this. Is anyone even on Netflix anymore? Outside of Asia, I mean. Yeah, so Netflix is ubiquitous, right? They're in every house. Dude, no, they're not in every household. Stop. This isn't 2005. No. Seriously, this ain't 2005. The Gen Z audience obviously is watching anime on Netflix, but they're also watching anime on Crunchyroll more so than any other demographic, like you said. I don't believe that for a minute. Our value proposition, our value proposition to them is the depth and breadth of content we're bringing to them. They get anime and great anime on Netflix. That gets them interested in that. But if they want to go broader and deeper, would watch a broader set of genre stories, Crunchyroll is the destination. Disney Plus is coming for you, but also Disney, you need to start advertising your anime better. Speaking of marketing, that's what we are bringing to the table. So once you're a fan, a casual fan, oh god, a lot of the modern casuals though, oh god, and you want to try more, you come to Crunchyroll. No, you want to try more, you go pirate. That's what you do. So that's why we also work with our partners that are in general entertainment that have a broad reach. I'm going to say this to be fair with Viz. Viz, you're smart for actually making your some of your anime available for free on you, obviously with ads on YouTube, because that's how you're going to get anime fans, is by doing shit like that. And that's what Japan is doing. Japan's been doing more and more of that. Hell, Muse Asia does that. Muse Asia has and use a VPN for that, by the way. I'm not sponsored. Muse Asia has free anime simulcasts. I'm dead serious. And so does Billy. And they're way more accurate. And Crunchyroll used to do that too, but they're fucking idiots. Oh yeah, Purini was the COO of Crunchyroll at the time, I believe. Yeah. See. So that's why we also work with our partners that are in general entertainment that have a broad reach, whether it is Netflix or Hulu or Amazon, to help reach this audience, engage them. And then we have the confidence that when they want a deeper experience, they'll come to Crunchyroll. Why would they come to Crunchyroll when Crunchyroll barely works at the time? Seriously, if they have an option to go to a service that, well, one, works and has more accurate translations, why would they come to you? Is that something you think about in conversations with the Netflixes and Amazons of the world? Not many people think of Netflix as the discovery platform for their service. It's only the other way around, but is that how you think about it? Okay, Netflix will initiate an anime fan, and if they become a slightly more intense anime fan, they will arrive at Crunchyroll. Seriously, what kind of logic is this? Again, thank you, person, for asking this question. What logic is it? Again, I gotta point out here. You want to know why Funimation ended up dying within like 2 years? It's because of this motherfucker. Crunchyroll is gonna meet its demise soon. Sony, you pick someone that killed Funimation and is to run Crunchyroll, and this motherfucker is gonna kill Crunchyroll. Monopoly or not, whether you believe it's a monopoly or not, this mofo is gonna kill Crunchyroll. And seriously, Sony, you are stupid for this. Pick someone else, for real. Get this asshole out. Oh my god. Let's see. Oh my god, he really believes this. This is why One Piece is on Netflix. He actually believes this. We absolutely do. In all our conversations with our partners, that's something we do. Oh my god, this asshole is an idiot. For example, Netflix launched One Piece, which is a live action TV series that was based on a popular anime show. Hold on a sec. You want to know why I said this mofo lied when he said he gave a shit about manga fans? He doesn't give a shit about manga fans for real. You don't know shit, bruh. And we definitely saw fans coming to Crunchyroll to watch the One Piece anime. And I know I'm gonna get shit for being nitpicky, but oh god. And we see that not just from other streaming services. We see that when we launch games or when we release it. again, I gotta stress this because he says when we release a movie in theaters, if you have the movie in theaters for more than 1 or 2 days, and also have if you also not just that, but market it better via like what Pokemon the first. There's a reason why Pokemon the first movie set a freaking record. There's a reason for this. That massive marketing campaign they had with Burger King Kids Meal toys, with the collectible gold cards and the Pokeballs, like, and also the Pokemon cards, the movie cards. How is this? Like, I just don't understand. Hell, you could do like promotions for like a free month of Crunchyroll, with each movie ticket or something. Like, I don't understand how this is hard. I thought for a membership you could do like a free admission to a movie or something. I don't understand how this is hard. How am I not getting paid to be a fucking consultant at this point is beyond me. Seriously. Oh my gosh. Let's see. It create conversations with our audience, then that drives them into the Crunchyroll ecosystem to watch those shows or adjacent shows or similar shows. Again, you are dumb. You are dumb. You are dumb. You just won't. You know what? I should say this. I shouldn't be surprised by this because we're talking about the same people, and even this goes to Funimation as well. These mofos don't invest in their video players or their servers. Why would they even invest in marketing theatrical releases, extended theatrical releases, or anything like that? I should not be surprised by this shit at all. This goes to show you how much they don't want to make money. And also, I almost forgot. These motherfuckers didn't invest in Bleach either. They lost the bidding war for Bleach because because they're stupid. These people are dumb. I'm looking at the number here, and it says you have, as I said, a little more than 12 million paying subscribers. How much bigger do you think you can get? And then all he says is we actually announced at CES that we are past 13 million paying subscribers. There you go. Yeah, I wouldn't be bragging about that when you have that's compared to 120 million. Well, I don't know if it's more than that now, but at the time when it was 5 million paying subscribers, it was 120 million free subscribers. So yeah, that's not something to brag about, Purini. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. So, like I said, the total addressable market is huge. It's over 800 million people across the world outside of China and Japan. And yeah, guess what? Because your membership benefits suck, there's no reason they're going to pay for it. Not just that, your service sucks too. Why would they pay for a service with shitty membership benefits? Like, why? And also a player that don't work. I'm surprised I wouldn't be surprised if they lost free membership, free subscriptions. The only reason actually, no. I wouldn't be surprised because to access the free anime library, you don't even need a subscription anymore. You don't. So, stupid. Every time I've estimated what the size of this business could be over the last 8 years, I've underestimated it. You maybe have overestimated based on your shitty system model. So we think there is definitely potential for several times more in terms of paying subscribers globally. Yes, there is, but you're not doing shit about it. We are focused on making sure that we grow this global. You're not focusing on growing this globally. You are lying. You are full of shit. So I think multiple times where we are right now. All right, let's see. You've described a very complicated business. I feel like I could ask you just to just describe the structural history of Crunchyroll, and because Crunchyroll did start off as a pirate site, by the way, and that would be the rest of the hour because it is so complicated. But just right now, Crunchyroll LLC exists as part of Sony. It's affiliated with Sony. You have events, you have merch, you have the back and forth flywheel with Japanese creators. You have a lot of growth to do. How's the company structured right now? That's a fantastic question. How is it structured? I'll go back to what I said, which is at the core. We want to be a company that is focused on being everything for the anime fan. You're not, though. So we've structured the company on that principle. You're failing at that. So we have business units for or lines of business that are focused on creating these experiences for fans. So those are groups of people that are focused on those unique experiences. So we have a team that's focused on streaming. We have a team that's focused on games, e-commerce, theatrical, and then we have functional teams that go horizontally. Oh my God, why can't I say horizontally? I'm sorry, I'm tired. Horizontally supporting all those lines of business or business units. I'm going to say this. Your theatrical team is ass. They aren't doing shit about your theatrical releases. They're not. Your e-commerce team, it's debatable because of what happened with the recent acquisition. Or no, I take that back. Your e-commerce team is shit for actually your Crunchyroll is shit for what they did in regards to getting rid of 18 plus merch. That's of 18 plus merch. And games, that's shit too. Your teams are not doing a good job, bro. That creates matrix organization for us, where we have business units that are focused on those consumer experiences, and then we have functional groups that are focused on supporting those business units horizontally, and that structure extends globally for us. You know what? I'm going to say this in terms of the France. I don't know how it is for you guys over in Europe. But goddamn, it's really bad over here. Experiences, and then we have functional groups that are focused on supporting those business units horizontally, and that structure extends globally for us. We have teams in each of the regions focused on serving audiences in each of those regions, but reporting to the global groups. We are not structured by regions. We don't have the P&Ls by region. We have one organization that's a global organization, and these teams manage businesses globally with team members in each of the regions. They're not doing anything, though. Well, they're let me read. They're not doing a good job. They're obviously not doing a good job. I also think that this is, for an entertainment company, one of the hardest questions to answer, because you take one piece of IP, that's the core. It's a show or a movie, and the streaming team is going to go find it. They're going to buy it, they're going to bring it to the audience. They're going to market it, or lack of market it. In a lot of cases, but then to extend it to merch, some other team is going to show up and do something else with it, or not do anything. Well, for the most part, not doing anything with it. How do you maintain the quality, the soul of the actual work? That's a great question, as all these different teams in different regions run with it in different directions. I will say this, to be fair, as I said, the European teams, I don't think this is an issue with them over there. From what I've seen, especially on social media, I don't think they're the problem. I don't think Latin America is the problem either. I don't. I don't think France. I don't think the French and the Spanish divisions are the problem. I don't think they are. I don't think the Italian one is the problem either. No. Let me know in the if you were using Crunchyroll France, Spanish, German, let me know, or Italian, let me know in the comments if you guys are having problems with them. Because in all reality, I don't, in terms of marketing, I do not think they are the problem. In terms of theatrical releases, that team is the problem in general. Marketing wise, you are not having any issues over there. US, on the other hand, they ain't doing shit. We ain't getting shit over here. No. The main team is the problem. But it's always like this. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I really don't. And the thing that sucks about this is, as I said earlier, it wasn't always like this. It wasn't like this, what, like 20 years ago? It wasn't like this, at least 20. Oh, it wasn't like this 20 years ago. No, it wasn't. I don't know what the hell happened in the last 20 years. Hell, maybe even what? In the last 10, what I say, including in the last 10 years? Maybe. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Because I would say maybe I would say starting like maybe in the 2010s is when it really happened. Yeah, I would say in the last something in the last 10 years happened. It's got to be within. I would yeah, it's got to be like at least starting in the mid 2000s. Yeah, something in the mid 2000s or 2010s. Something happened. It something happened. I wonder what you guys think, if maybe because of when Toonami went off the air, after Toonami left, I think something happened after Saturday morning cartoons left and Toonami left. Just something happened. Because I'm just thinking about it even more, because manga was booming in the 2000s. It was. But all of a sudden just stopped. I think it was in the yeah. I'm thinking about more. It was something happened in the 2010s. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but something happened where just the publishers just the Western publishers just stopped licensing or were licensing less and less manga, and we weren't getting as much content. It's just the weirdest thing. I don't know what happened. Let me know in the comments if you know what it is, because it's just the most frustrating thing. I don't think it was. Let's be clear. It was before Me Too, and it was before the Psycho Feminists. No, it was before 2016. It was before 2014. This happened. It was. I want to say it was like early 2010s. Anyways, and actually, the other thing that I would add to that complexity for us specifically is we work with Japanese partners, and the way the moral laws are structured in Japan, the Japanese creators have a lot of control in how their IP is distributed and marketed and things like that. So we have a lot of work that we have to do, where we have to go to our creators in Japan and get approvals for our marketing campaigns, assets we create, and things like that. So that creates another set of complexity. So what we've done is we've created a team. We call it brand management team. Your brand management team, at least the American brand management team branch of the team, is not doing shit. It's a team that we focused on managing an IP or title across its life cycle. So they get involved. There's one or more individuals assigned to each IP whose job is to understand the content, build a relationship with our partner in Japan, and then come up with a strategy on which cohort of audience within our overall audience does this show appeal to. How do we market it, and how do we market it across each of the channels, and how do we bring it to life in each of our business groups, if you will? Again, the US is a different story, but I think it's different in Italy, in France, in Latin America, in Brazil, in Spain, because around the world outside the US, anime and manga are treated a lot better around the world than they are here. It's just this weird mindset, man. I don't get it. But I still stand by my statement that the theatrical release, there's still a problem with theatrical releases. I just don't understand. Now I think about it too, Crunchyroll, I don't know if the app is still around outside the US, but obviously we got physical releases and stuff like that, but Crunchyroll manga physical releases, it's different outside of the US. So obviously, I'll start with streaming. But then, if you're thinking about consumer product goods or e-commerce or games, they become the continuity. Let's see, they become the centerpiece that manages the IP throughout the life of that. That gives us the consistency to ensure that we are treating the IP in the way that our partners would like to be handled. Not in the US. Okay, so here's the employees we have right now. So they have 1,200 people globally. And here's the structuring. Some of the functional teams are our biggest teams. So our product and engineering team, given that the majority of our touch points with our fans are digital in nature, and that's our biggest team, about a third of the company. I'm going to say this right now, and I've seen this from around the world too, is that that Crunchyroll's video player and their servers still suck around the world. It's not just the US. It's not limited to the US. It is around the world too. And I'm sorry that you're dealing with it as well. So yeah, it's not just limited to the US. Now here, on the other hand, our localization teams, because we are not only just taking this content with the Japanese audio and subtitling it into 10 plus languages, we are also dubbing it into 10 plus languages. And so we have teams that are focused on localizing, and we do that in-house for most of our territories. So that's another big team. Our business groups are fairly focused teams, so that they're not the biggest of the teams within the organization, but they bring the focus that we need them to bring for each of those touch. They're not doing that though. Your business teams are ass. Your localization teams. And I said this on Twitter too, I think it's funny that the only localization team that seems to have problems, your in-house localization team that seems to have problems, is the US. You don't have it, the English. And that's how it's always the English for teams that have the problems. You don't see it with the Spanish. You don't see it with French. You don't see it. It's not all. I think, I don't remember if it was the German or what. Someone was telling me that you'll see it occasionally with some other languages, but it's rare to see it. I just don't understand, man. All right, let's see. Do we need to mention? Oh, here we go. Let's get to the history of this motherfucker. I want to mention this. So he got promoted. I'm not going to talk. Oh, fuck it. Let's talk about the history here. So here's the timeline here. So the history of Crunchyroll / Funimation. Funimation goes back to 1994 with the launch of a service called Funimation, which existed just to license Dragon Ball Z. Crunchyroll, and also I think Dragon Ball happened in 1994 as well, or not too far after. Crunchyroll was a user-generated content site from, aka it was a pirate site. Just call it a pirate site. Why is it hard to go? Crunchyroll was a pirate site, and it started with Bleach and Naruto. Just call it a pirate site. Here he goes. There was some pirate bullshit. Just call it a pirate site. It wasn't. There were some piracy concerns. It was a pirate site. Fucker, why? Well, you just call it a pirate site, and it was pirating. It was mainly for pirating Naruto and Bleach. Why is this hard? Don't need to be politically. It merged. AT&T is in the mix for a hot minute, and now they're gone. Sony buys Funimation, and then they buy the rest of Crunchyroll. There's a very complicated M&A story in there. I'm just making it as simple as I can. I don't understand. You get promoted to. Oh my God, this video is an hour long, but goddamn, there's a lot to talk about. Holy shit. You get promoted to president in 2022. In 2023, you launch your free linear channel. There's a lot going on there in the background. Just a lot of M&A activity. A lot of different corporate cultures showing up and disappearing. A lot of literal corporations disappearing. This version of Crunchyroll is only 4 years old. 3 years old. 3 years old. 2020. Do you think of this as a new company? Oh Jesus! Are you trading on that long corporate history? How do you maintain this culture of a company that is built out of much M&A activity? Uh, Look, I think that we are a combination of legacy and history and experience from all of those companies. We have. Why did you not bring up that he killed Funimation? It was beyond me. We have people that have been part of some form of this company for about 20 plus years. There's a lot of team member. There's a lot of team members. So we are a combination of all that legacy and experience. We are one Crunchyroll. So you're a combination of piracy. Ironically, people have abandoned you for piracy. I love it so much. So when we did the largest merger recently in 2021 that you said, when we put it's all your fucking fault that you lost that Funimation merged with Sony, by the way, Purini. We put Funimation and Crunchyroll together. We very intentionally said we are going to be one brand, one team, and one service. We're going to be Crunchyroll. This is Crunchyroll. You're about to die, aren't you? That's because we recognize the complexity of putting two companies of that size together and the work that we needed to do to get to a very cohesive culture. What cohesive culture are you talking about? That was the starting point. It's a work in You can't even get to a stable point. What are you talking about? That was the starting point. It's a work in progress. 2.5 years in, we are through a majority of that integration. I think we are very much one Crunchyroll now. But there's still ways of operating that we have come together from those different companies, and we are still working through that. That would be very simple if it was just Crunchyroll. There is a Sony. Oh, God. There's a Sony in the mix. There's Aniplex. Aniplex has business with you, Purini. They know of you. Whoa, they are going to know of your fuckery. Oh my God, that totally rhymed. I'm so tired. You already mentioned your huge production partner in Japan in the mix. How's all that? Thank you for this question. How does all that work? How do those relationships work? Technically, Crunchyroll is a joint venture between Sony Pictures Entertainment and Aniplex, which is part of Sony Music Entertainment Japan. Both of those companies are wholly owned by Sony Group. So we are essentially part of Sony Group. We operate independently, but we are. Aniplex says, my rep said, Aniplex has a say in this shit. Aniplex is going to make sure you do not fuck up their anime. That is what my rep said. And they are going, and I'm going to, trust me, they know about your fuckery, and they will make sure it does not, another anime gets bastardized by you. Especially if I have anything to say about it. Because unlike you, the majority of Anitubers, not just Anitubers, but and the majority of Anitwit that just want to bitch and complain, no, not me. I actually do something about it. Or at least I try and do something about it. I'm only one person, damn it. Spray my fucking wrist in the... I can only do so much. I mean, spray my wrist in the process. Same wrist I fractured over 4 years ago now. Someone's got to do it, I guess. Let's see. I lost my spot now. Fuck. We operate independently, but we are consolidated into Sony Pictures Entertainment for the purposes of financials and reporting and things like that. But it's been a great place for us when we were Funimation, and now is Crunchyroll, because Sony is a Japanese company and has history and has been in anime for a long time, both in Japan and globally. They think very long term, strategically and long term. Unlike your ass, anyway, you don't. You say you think Purini. You say you think long term, but based on your shit, you do not. Your history says you do not with Funimation, because you let Funimation. dug Funimation into an early grave. Well, not an early grave, I should say, because Funimation was around since 1994. But you like totally killed Funimation, and you are basically based on your business strategy for Crunchyroll. Yeah, you are gonna kill Crunchyroll. Let's see. All those things have helped us. Sony, what have you done? Like seriously. In addition, thank God Sony is taking over the anime films, I swear, in terms of physical releases. In addition, as I said, we are part of Sony Pictures Entertainment. As you know, they have been in the business of taking content from America and taking it to global audiences for over 100 plus years. Seriously, Sony, for the love of God, take over save theatrical releases, and especially in terms of Aniplex, save them from these motherfuckers. I am begging you, just freaking do it, because you can market shit better than they can. There's a tremendous amount of experience and expertise and infrastructure within Sony Pictures Entertainment. All of that is available to us as to tap into as we grow this. You're not growing anything. You're killing it. So it's been really a great place for Crunchyroll to land and focus on the growth. You're not growing anything on the growth given the support we've seen across the board. You are not growing shit. You are killing Crunchyroll. You've done nothing but kill this business. Land is an interesting word. It's almost a perfect word. A structural plane landed for Crunchyroll. I'm looking at this. I got some of the dates wrong. Shit. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's the stable question here. We feel like structurally we are in the right place. You're not, though. We're in the right holding company so that we can go attack the opportunity that's in front of us. Will there still be potential inorganic opportunities to add to our current growth? Yes. And will we pursue them when they make sense? Yes. But I do feel like we are in the right place. We have the right structure to focus on our future. No, you have the dude, Sony. This motherfucker is wasting your money. He is just wasting your money, and you need to replace him. Seriously, get him out. If you want Crunchyroll to die, or if you want a tax, you know what, Sony? If you want a tax write-off, go ahead. This is the best. This mofo is going to give you a tax write-off. That's what Crunchyroll is at this point, is a tax write-off. All right, let's see. Okay, now we're getting to the Funimation digital stuff here. I know a lot of you want to know about the digital libraries. Let's see what happened here. Just to get some context. Nilly. This is at Funimation, what we used to call digital copies. So for our customers that bought our physical home video collectible sets, we added an add-on onto those collectible sets where they could redeem a digital copy within the Funimation platform, so they could have access to a digital version of that same show. That was a feature that was built into the Funimation platform, and as we look at usage of that and the number of people that were redeeming those and using them, it was just not a feature that was available in Crunchyroll and isn't in our roadmap. I'm going to finish this section, and then I will go in on this motherfucker, because god damn it, he's stupid. And so we announced the sunset of Funimation. The users that had bought those physical home videos will not be able to have access to the digital copies on the Crunchyroll service. I will say these are customers that we value a lot. Obviously not, and we are working really hard directly with each one of them to ensure that they have an appropriate value for them for what they got in the digital copy initially. What is an appropriate value for what they got in the digital copies? It could be that they get access to a digital copy on any of the existing other services where they might be able to access it. It could be a discount access on our subscription service so they could get access to the same shows though our subscription through our subscription service. So we are trying to make it right based on each user's preference. So you might give people digital copies on other services entirely to make up for what they've lost, if that's what they prefer. Do you prefer? Do you have those deals in place? Have you been offering those things to people yet, or is that to come? As people reach out to us through our customer service, we are responding and handling handling each of those requests as they prefer. What the fuck is this? Oh my god! Okay, I gotta read this part and then I will really go in. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm sorry, I have to scroll up because I need to get her name because I gotta give this bitch credit. Oh my god, Nile, thank you for going in on this bitch. Thank you. You're making it seem like a small thing, and it might be a small thing with a small number of customers. It is a huge problem in the world of digital media, right? That doesn't feel like purchases we make of digital media are actually purchases, that they tend to go away. This has come up not just for Crunchyroll, but for Sony writ large recently. There was a huge outcry against some Sony digital purchases going away for PlayStation customers, and Sony had to walk that back. Why does this keep happening? Why should anyone trust a digital digital purchase? I think it's a really good point, Neely. I think as customers buy stuff, make it a transaction, there's an expectation that's similar to the physical world that they own the copy. But given how digital ecosystems work, and how new these ecosystems are, digital ecosystems have been around for how long now? Shut up. And how new these ecosystems are, and how the terms of services of these ecosystems. Oh my god, you're full of shit. Our setup is different. Definitely something that is evolving. It's been how long? It's been at least a decade. Like, stop. The evolution of the ecosystem and the digital media itself is what I think is creating this confusion. We acknowledge that it is not the most convenient thing for the customer, so we're trying to do this is some corporate bullshit. We're trying to do right by the customers while staying focused on being able to create an experience for our overall global audience and keep our resources and teams focused on what would help us bring the best experience for the broader audience. Oh my god. Okay. This is ridiculous. Bro, you are so okay. I have to say this now before I forget it. I think I said it on Twitter specifically before. Purini, before you ended Funimation service, what you should have done, and what is basically common sense in all reality, is you should have found a way to make sure that Crunchyroll was compatible with Funimation digital copies. That's what you should have done first. I don't know why you didn't think of doing that. And this shit with this equivalent value buffuckery, the equivalent value of a digital copy is a discount on your streaming service? The fuck is this? Or like purchasing the same copy on another service? Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so glad I'm calling this video the Fall of Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll is gonna die. Sony, just write Crunchyroll off as a tax. Just write it off. This is just a tax write-off at this point. And as I said, this motherfucker is the reason why Funimation is dead in the first place. He ran Funimation into the ground. He is doing the same thing with Crunchyroll. Oh my god, this motherfucker is stupid. I can't believe he's saying this. Oh my god, I can't believe he's saying this. Oh my god. Okay, let's keep going here. I'm sorry this is over an hour long, but Jesus Christ. I I knew he's an idiot. I knew Perini was an idiot, but Jesus Christ, man. Do you trust digital copies? Would you spend money on a digital purchase from any of the services in hopes that that stays your property or not? No, I love you so much. I'm in this business, so I understand what the terms and services are. I know that while it is a transaction, I get access to it. The terms of services are really clear on most of these platforms that it could go away depending on what's happening with the service. So I understand that, but I also know that I'm in this business and I have an understanding of what these terms of services are, and that might not be the case with the broader general audience. Thank you for pointing this out. Ellie, I love you for this. Consumers don't read the terms of services. Would you recommend to consumers that they spend money on digital purchases? It's a preference thing. Just tell them to read. Like, people need to read. Reading is fundamental. Jesus. I do have digital copies because I prefer to have access to them outside of a subscription service. And it's also immediacy when I want it. So there are cases where I would say, yes, I would definitely recommend it for customers, depending on what the use case is. This is why you download digital copies to, like, I don't know, to your digital copies to your hard drive. There we go. That's why you do. Like, it's common sense. Just download your digital copy to a hard drive. Does no one, or what we did back in the day, download it to a fucking DVD or a Blu-ray? How is this hard? Millennials, we did this shit, like, those are millennials and younger, or not younger, I'm sorry, millennials and older. That's what we did. We are old. Oh God, I feel old. Oh my God. So I understand. Let's see. The terms. I lost my spot. Okay, and it's also immediacy. So there are cases where I would say yes. I would definitely recommend it for consumers, depending on what the use case is. But they should understand why they're paying what they're paying for and what is guaranteed in that transaction. You know what there also is? Before I forget, there's also pirate sites. There's also torrent sites. So if you want to make sure you have a copy, there's that too. And also, you know what's happening? Creators are even pirating and torrenting their own content. I'm just saying, it's actually happening. So, here's the big question. You described a lot of things you're trying to do, a lot of growth, and yet to achieve. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm dealing with a sprained wrist and a cold. My life's not going well, is it? And I still can't pay rent. And YouTube's against me. Please, before I forget, like and share and subscribe and donate. Information to donate is in the description box below. Because I think I'm probably like one of the only, if not the only person doing this. I'm tired. Oh God, I'm so tired. All right. Lots of things you're trying to do. A lot of growth you have yet to achieve. You've hinted at organic growth, but there's other stuff you want to do. Coming out of all this, how do you make decisions? What's your framework for making decisions? Yeah, Perini. I think of it a couple of different ways. I have my leadership team. We call it the senior management team, which is a combination of leaders that run those business units I mentioned, as well as leaders that run the functional groups. So that team we have a mindset of first team, where we believe we are the first team. Oh my God, what the fuck? All the leaders in that team act with that mindset where we are focused singularly on the objectives of the company. And so that's the big part of our decision-making framework. If you will, meaning we start with what's right for the company. What do we do in terms of achieving our objective? They're obviously doing a really shitty job, or they must be yes men, because this is just not working. This man he's drunk on some bullshit delusion. Um, and then there are a couple of other frameworks we bring to bear. One, there's a framework we use, which is a variation of RACI that we call OVIS, Own Veto Influence Support. You're not following your own plan. So one of the things that we spent over the last couple of years is to get clarity on who owns the decision, which team or which leader owns the decision, and we hold them accountable as they make that decision. Obviously, you're not doing that. Um, let's see. When do they get input? Where do they get input from? Who do they allow to influence that decision? How do they communicate the decision? Who needs to support it? Oh my god. So that clarity has been what clarity is this? What are you talking about? There's like no clarity in any of the decisions being made. There's none of this. So that clarity has been really helpful, being able to publish that for each of the important decisions and to the entire organization, so the entire organization knows who owns it and how they can influence it. Where is this being done? That's been really helpful. The other mechanism that we use is traditional OKR process. So we use the objective key result framework to make sure that we are focused on what we need to be focused on. Oh my god, what is this? And we publish that on a 6-month basis, and we use that to hold ourselves to our priorities. So the combination of those three things have helped us be nimble, move with agility, but you are not focused. You are not doing any of this. You are so full of shit. Stop. Stop lying. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insanity. Oh my god. Okay. There is a couple. So how does he manage? Oh, let's see how he manages the conflict inside of Crunchyroll. A couple of things I would say. One is that singular focus on that audience has been a real helpful mechanism to hold all of those competing groups that you talked about. Okay, let's see what these competing groups are. He's talking about here. Jesus Christ. What? Oh, whatever. I'm just going to keep going. I'm too tired for this. Groups that you talked about in a place focused on the same thing. Oh, so it's talking about. Oh, here it is. Tech company cultures plus media cultures. Bad things happen. Okay. Is this it? Oh, let's go with this right here. People oh no, let's go here. Traditionally, when these kinds of cultures, like Japanese culture specifically, like Japan laws and moral rights and all that, interact, bad things happen. Tech company cultures plus media company cultures, bad things happen. I think that's historically true, at least in this country. Like Hollywood and Silicon Valley, they don't speak the same language. That's what we're going with. Let's see what that conflict, like how we're getting that in here. A couple of things I would say. One is that singular focus on that audience has been real helpful mechanism to hold all of those competing groups that you talked about in a place focused on the same thing. So we ask ourselves, what is right for the audience, and also what allows us to stay true to our North Star, our mission and purpose. And that's a big way we hold those teams to making the right decisions, number one. Number two, data and being analytical in our decision making has been another thing. Whether you are a creative, a content focused team, whether you're a product and engineering focused team, whether you're a digital marketing or performance growth team, data and data supported decision making is baked into our culture, and that's been another way we've been able to make all these teams work together in a good way most of the time. All right, a good way so whatever. It's not perfect, but we try to make. Oh God! All right. let's see, what is he saying here? Let's get to we're getting to the engineering side of it. Okay. Now this is a great question here. You said one of your biggest teams was the engineering side of the company, the product side. Do you think the video streaming is this white label thing you could go off the shelf and what you're building around is experience? Are you still working on the core? We're streaming video on the internet. We've got to solve that problem every day. Yes, let's talk about this video, well, I should say, barely working video. Well, lucky to have a working video. We're still working on it. I don't think that problem is solved. There are a lot of components of the streaming stack that are built out that you can take and are continuing to evolve, and you can leverage, and we do the same. Whether it is cloud-based components or open source components, we leverage those because that gives us the ability to get to the market quickly and do this more efficiently. But motherfucker, the app barely works. The video player, you're lucky to get the video player working. It crashes all the time. When was the last time you upgraded your servers? Let's see. Whether, there we go. But we don't believe it is a white label OEM, take it off the shelf, put your brand on it, launch it, and you're done kind of thing. I call bullshit on that, which is why we are investing in that You're investing in that product and engineering team to continue to focus on improving that experience. Since when? Since when are you doing this? Again, when was the last time you upgraded your servers? I see people complain about the app crashing all the time. You are lying. The one thing that I would say is consumers don't differentiate between Netflix and other general entertainment services and Crunchyroll and what they experience from those streaming services. You are full of shit. People do it all the time. They say that at least Netflix works, unlike your ass. Netflix and Hulu work way better, and Amazon Prime Video. I never had problems on Prime Video. Never. Prime Video never crashes. It works just fine. Crunchyroll crashes all the time. You are full of shit. Let's see. YouTube. It's a rare thing for YouTube to crash. I rarely have problems with YouTube videos crashing. Pluto TV, like, it's rare for Pluto TV to crash. Anyways, let's see. From their perspective, they're paying. Well, Pluto TV is free, but so is YouTube. From their perspective, they're paying for a service, and they have a benchmark on what the service should be, and they expect the same from all of us. Well, they actually expect a quality service that works, and with your membership, they expect good benefits, which you don't give, but whatever. That also requires a constant investment in innovation, and you don't have innovation though. Crunchyroll, you haven't done shit. Innovation from and keeping up with the technology. Oh my god, did this motherfucker just say keeping up with the technology? Oh my god, you do not. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. But oh my god, that also requires a constant investment in innovation and keeping up with the technology, but also I can't believe he's saying this right now, but also consumer expectations on what they want with their streaming apps to be able to do. That's the other reason we continue to invest in product. Motherfucker, you are lying. You are full of shit. Please explain why Crunchyroll doesn't work half the time. Please explain why people have to keep bitching and demanding you fix the fucking app half the time, like a good chunk of the time. Why do people keep saying that Hulu, not as much as Hulu, I see people say Hulu, but Disney Plus doesn't have this problem. Pluto TV doesn't have this problem. Netflix doesn't have this problem. Prime Video doesn't have this problem. Pirate services don't have this problem. It's easier to watch anime on a pirate service than it is on a pirate website than it is on Crunchyroll. So you're saying, and keeping up with the technology, motherfucker, when was the last time you upgraded your video player and your fucking server? Pirate websites have more up-to-date video players than you do. Give me a fucking break. And finally, I think as an anime-focused company, we also believe that we need and we want to provide a purpose-built experience for our fans. Otherwise, they can get these. What did I just say? We can get these shows elsewhere. Yeah, we could sail the high seas, and we are. Or not just that, as I said earlier, people are just going to use a VPN, again, not sponsored, and go watch it on Asian streaming services. And so that's something we try to bring to our streaming experience as well, in terms of learning how our fans want to consume their anime as part of a streaming service, and how do we make that better, and how do we make it more uniquely an anime experience. You use as I said, Crunchyroll used to care about that. They did. I know, I was part of it. I was part of that experience when I went to the focus group. They literally asked, what do you guys want in our service? And we gave them the answer. Again, maybe it was because I heard they did. I thought they haven't upgraded their video player, but someone told me they somewhat did, and it was better, but I could be wrong. But well, again, and hell, I'm gonna say this too. When I actually did for a while, I think it was for like a couple years even. I actually Twitter DM'd with the Crunchyroll Expo Twitter account, and I gave them suggestions there too. Like, that's why I'm like, this is what Purini says is bullshit. Crunchyroll used to care. They don't care anymore. You are lying about this. Crunchyroll used to care about the customer experience. They did, but now they don't. And they would listen about benefits and stuff like that, but they don't anymore. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Speaking of interface of video players and shit, do you think about things like interface design? The interface of the app should reflect that this is anime more. Do you have designers who push it too far, and then you're like, well, no, everyone knows how Netflix works. It's got to look more like the familiar thing. Is that tension that you have to ever make a trade off between? Yeah, it's definitely something we think about when we think about UX. Let's see. When we think about search, when we want think about even something as standard as video player options, right? Speak of the devil, right? Because one example I'll give you is that anime fans like to watch their shows as soon as they come out. And most of the time when the show comes out, it's only available subtitled, and a couple of weeks later, that dub is available. And we want and we find that fans watch shows subtitled, and then they go back. Not that many people do that. If you do, then that's good on you, but not that many people do that. Shows dub, but sometimes they switch in between. And so giving them the ability to switch and experience it within their current environment is definitely something that they prefer. And also in the subtitle version, how they engage with subtitles is also very unique. So all of those things we think. Oh, speaking of dubbed, my man, Purini, something people really would love to have is, I don't know, put English subtitles on the English dub. That would be freaking fantastic. It actually would, because people that are deaf can't watch the fucking English dub because you're an idiot and don't have English subtitles there. That just does not make sense to me at all. People are pissed about that. And also, I'm kind of pissed about it because that pisses me off in general, because when I'm trying to get, capture images for abouting in a comics article, I really would prefer to have the actual subtitles for a dub, so I can, prove that it's fucked up instead of having to make my own fucking dub titles. Anyways. And so giving them the ability to switch and experience it within their current environment is definitely something that they prefer. Yeah, people would like to know the difference between the Japanese dub with English subtitles and the English dub with dub titles. They would like to know the difference between the script, and you make it hard by not doing that. But what do I know? Let's see. And so giving them the ability to switch and experience it within their current environment is definitely something that they prefer. And also in the subtitled version, how they engage with subtitles is also very unique. So all those things we think about when we want a purpose-built experience for anime. Yes, we do push on the UX and the UI. We test and learn. We make mistakes. You make a lot of mistakes, but we try to improve and make it more authentic to the anime experience. You're not making it authentic. And also, as I said, you screw over people that are hard of hearing / deaf. Let's see. All right, I need to ask you, President of Crunchyroll, subs versus dubs. Depends on. All right, dub voice actors, let's see what he says here. Because remember, the dub voice actors can't stand him right now. Because Crunchyroll has apparently been treating their dub voice actors like shit. It depends on where I am, my context. So sometimes I'm watching while I'm doing something else. Dubs are right for that. Sometimes I want to have a conversation with my 14-year-old about a new show that's out. I go watch the subtitles. So he's not even listening to you, dub actors. So I can engage in that conversation with her. Well, somewhat listening to dub. I don't think he's paying attention for the most part. So for me, it's about the context. When you say engage with subtitles in a different way, what specifically do you mean? For example, it depends on if they're watching it for their on their phone, how that they want to position it, what color and size, what it which is very expected. But then also when they're watching it on a big screen TV, what do they want it to be? In addition to that, because this is primarily Japanese content, you have to you have a lot of text on the screen that's embedded in the animation and the visuals, and we provide a way for fans to be able to have those translated on screen as well. And so that is a custom subtitling capability we provide, and fans get the ability to turn those on or off, because sometimes it could be very busy. Sometimes fans love it, so we give that flexibility. But for fans to do that, you mentioned phones. We went to and asked a bunch of Crunchyroll anime diehards in and around our company what they wanted me to ask you the most. And this is thank you! Thank you! They wanted me to ask you the most. This is the number one question. They say the apps on mobile are buggy and crash a lot. Oh my God, I love this so much. Nobe, thank you. Thank you for asking the one question, or one of the many questions we want to know. And they say, and they've been like that a long time. Yes, they have. Do you have a roadmap for fixing the mobile apps? Because it seems like the number one thing people want me to ask you about. Oh, I gotta drink my drink for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, people. I love this. I love this so much. You are full of shit. Yeah, we are so dedicated. We are so definitely focused on. You haven't been focused on, like, even pre-merger. Crunchyroll hasn't been focused on it forever. You are lying. We have teams very focused on both iOS. Liars on both our iOS and Android apps. We have been releasing updates very regularly, and I expect your team members will notice that those apps are getting better and better every day. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Even I think I have the Crunchyroll app, and I haven't seen any of these updates. You're full of shit. If it was getting better and better every day, it wouldn't be crashing and it wouldn't be buggy. You were just lying. How often do you file bug reports? My dream is if I ever end up running a company with an app, just give me a custom button that has a bug report button on the first screen, and I'll just file them all day long. I love this so much. The shade. Do you file a lot of bug reports? A lot? I don't know. I do file them. That shade of this, I love it. I'm an engineer by training, so I can. You're an engineer by training, and you haven't done shit on the fucking. Oh my god! Please, for the love of God! And not only that, remember this motherfucker ran Funimation, and Funimation's app was shit too. You are a shit engineer. If you are an engineer by training and Funimation's app was shit and Crunchyroll's app still shit, you are shit. You are shit. You are not a shit person. I'm sorry. You are a crap engineer. You are not. You are doing crap. You're not doing shit. So I came through engineering organizations and product organizations. So I still like to spend time with within the product and share my feedback to the teams. They appreciate it sometimes. They don't sometimes. I'll give you that. That was kind of funny, but I do it fairly. You don't. If you do it fairly often, then why is nothing done? Like I just. Oh my god, I just don't understand. I really don't. Now this is very, very interesting. So this is in regards to the streaming service, the streaming platforms cost situation. Because Crunchyroll has been like putting channels like on Pluto TV recently and on like the different smart TVs and all that, and it costs a lot of money to do that. Again, this is why I'm so confused on what Purini is doing. Bro, why are you like why is your marketing ass? Like that's why I'm confused on why he's saying the shit that he said in this art, like what we're seeing here in regards to not wanting to expand his customer base. Why I should word it like this. Why his flywheel is so stupid. Why? It just again like his flywheel logic is just fucking it's baffling. Oh my god, it don't make sense. For us, it becomes a prioritization activity. Like you said, it is an investment we know we have to make. Yeah, if we get more simulcasts on Pluto TV, I will be so happy. I will, because more people will go to Pluto TV too. That would be a fantastic. Right now, Captain Tsubasa is on Pluto TV, by the way, in terms of simulcast. So we look at it as a prioritization activity where we look at it. Where is our audience? What are they using to engage in their entertainment devices, in their entertainment choices, and how do we serve most of them with our investments? So we use that to prioritize. So is there one framework and one code base that we could use, develop, and deploy multiple times? So that's one. Automation is the other thing. Building frameworks, building automation into our continuous integration and continuous deployment pipeline also gives us some efficiency into how we publish these things and how we test and release these things. So it's a combination of these things. We have to invest. So it does take time and effort. We have to have focused teams, but then it's just the question of how, just the question of where we put those resources, so we get the biggest bang for the buck. Oh my god, are you fucking serious, Purini? Why aren't you doing this for theatrical releases? Why aren't you doing this for marketing? Like, why aren't you doing this to try and expand the amount of anime fans? Again, look at Pokemon. Look how many fans Pokemon gained by the insane amount of marketing they did with Pokemon the first movie or Pokemon 2000. Same with Digimon. Digimon did insane marketing too. I just don't understand this. I don't understand this logic. Hell, look at Toonami. Look what Toonami did. Toonami brought in a shit ton of anime fans. And people still talk about Toonami to this day. And on how Toonami was a gateway to becoming an anime fan. Saturday morning cartoons. Like Jetix, Foxbox. I mean, I just don't understand this logic. I just don't. To an extent, I understand what he's saying about putting Crunchyroll multiple TV platforms. I do. I feel like that is kind of the equivalent of that. I feel like that is kind of the equivalent of what I feel like that's kind of more the equivalent of putting it like on, say, Roku or Pluto TV, for example. I understand that. That I can get behind, but not marketing it on marketing more so on like marketing theatrical releases more, and not just that, having extended releases, just really, and it's just really fucking confusing. And hell, I've barely seen any promotions for Crunchyroll's channel on Pluto TV. Even on I have Pluto TV on right now. I haven't seen shit about Crunchyroll's channel on Pluto TV. I'm watching an anime channel right now. We are on, this is a priority order of TV platforms. It's there's Android TV platforms for a long time, and we're all on gaming consoles as well. And then there's PlayStation devices, Xbox, Nintendo Switch for a long time now, and on TVs. Hold on a sec. Did you really not mention Pluto TV? Why would you not mention that you just got on Pluto TV? See what I mean? Fucking idiots. Let's see. Usually the prioritization activity that our product and engineering team makes every day, it comes up to me when it requires more investment than we budgeted for, or a change in priorities that might impact one of our major initiatives. That's when it comes up to the leadership team to weigh on. Okay, I got to bring this up on Pluto TV. More people have switched to Pluto TV. That's why I'm so confused. Why would you not mention Pluto TV? That was so dumb. But then again, your marketing decisions are stupid. Or lack of marketing decisions are stupid. The game console and TV audience, maybe not so much in regards to, here it is. Do you find that there's a different pressure from the game console audience versus the people who are using the built-in apps on smart TV versus the mobile audience? The game console audience and the TV audience, maybe not so much. But let's see. But we do find different behaviors, viewing patterns, preferences between our mobile audience and our large screen format audience, because I think it all comes back to context and what they're doing, where they are, and what they're watching. More importantly, where we find the differences that different regions have different preferences. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So how I'm going to do this, because we're getting close to 2 hours. There's a little bit of fluff, and there's a couple more topics I want to get to that I think are more important than the fluff, which is one being the ads, and then there's the AI, and then we'll be finished with this. Because I know those are the most important ones here, but I thought that he didn't. The fact that he didn't mention Pluto TV kind of bugged me. So here we go into the ads here. Part of it is also that we know that there is a segment of our audience that is not ready to be paying, be a paying subscription user, and we want to still continue to build and maintain a relationship with them. That's why we have a WoW component on our service. there's a small portion of our catalog available for free, ad supported on our service, and this is just another extension of that. So for those fans that are not ready to be paying subscribers, we want them to continue to watch anime, engage with it. We want to build a relationship with them. So the Fast channel allows them to do that as well. With the ads, are you making money there? Is that profitable? It's early. Early days we launched. That's a no. That feels like a no. I just want to be clear. Yes, it's still early. Still nascent ways to go for us. Okay, the reason why I wanted to talk about this in particular is because remember, there used to be free simul anime casts, anime simulcast with ads. Yeah, now they're gone, and those probably made money for Crunchyroll. And well, Purini, you lost money. You probably would have had a bigger profit if you had anime simulcasts. If you still had the free anime simulcast with ads, you would have made money. Moron. Oh, before we get into the AI, we got a piracy question here. I got to read the question too, because this is good. A huge undercurrent of feedback I get about streaming is that it seems complicated, it's expensive, and getting more expensive, and people have fast internet connections, and the Pirate Bay exists. On top of that, mergers happen, like the merger with Funimation, and the services fold, and all of a sudden people don't have the stuff they bought anymore. Part of what sells a streaming service is that it's a better experience than piracy. Not anymore, Crunchyroll. Steve Jobs' pitch when Apple launched the first iTunes store was, we have to be better than free. I remember that. I've never used Apple, and I never will. How do you respond to the people who that just say, look, this is all too complicated. It's a waste of money. They're not even respecting my purchases. And I'd rather just steal this stuff, because the Crunchyroll audience in particular is an audience that grew out of piracy. They have not. You're full of shit. The Crunchyroll audience has sailed the high seas. You're absolutely right. The Honest is Honest as an organization. They are serving. Let me fix this. They're serving this fan base to make these services so convenient, so compelling, and so competitive that fans will choose to move to these official services, to these official sources rather than pirate. Like I said, I think these businesses are still emerging and evolving, and we are all figuring out how to best serve this audience. And do we have speed bumps along the way? Yes, and I think we are trying to learn and do the right thing for the audience. You're right. I think we have to find to make these services so convenient and compelling, their fans will switch from piracy to these official sources. Part of that is pricing. Part of it is the experience. Part of it is convenience of where and when they can access this price. Part of it is also education. Part of it, a good chunk of it, is actually having a working service. The other part of it is having accurate localizations. The other part of it is, having decent benefits. Another part of it would be, having free anime simulcasts with ads. Just saying. And also not lying. A lot of these unofficial sites seem legitimate. A lot of piracy sites have better video players and better quality video and more accurate localizations too, but whatever. Let's see. Or not localizations, I'm sorry. The fan translations are more accurate than your shit. A lot of these unofficial sites seem legitimate. Nobody knows that they're a pirate. That is bullshit. They know that they're pirate sites. People know they're pirating. You're fucking stupid. and that the creators aren't compensated from that engagement. Yes, they do. They know, and what they do is they buy merch to make up for it. Let's see. For us, it is being in that consideration set for those anime fans, helping them understand that they have a legal, incredible way to experience that is value adding and that is convenient. No, your service is not convenient. It keeps crashing. You acknowledge that it keeps crashing. Stop lying. Part of it is also what you hit on, Nelly, which is the confidence that these services will honor what terms they committed to. You just teasing the fans, bitch. You haven't done that. Take your own advice. Take your own advice. Oh my god. All right, in your library of services you provide to anime fans, which one brings people over from piracy most effectively? What's the most that gets people to start paying you the most? Oh, this motherfucker is lying. He is so full of shit. The streaming and early access shows to shows from Japan with subtitles and dubs. You are lying. People pirate it all the time. So that is, I think, the biggest thing. The sooner we can provide them, the easier we make it available to them. You are wrong. Pirates have you no, you are so wrong. So that is, I think, the biggest thing. The sooner we can provide them, the easier we make it available to them. You also make it easier, and pirates just take it from you and make them higher quality and put it on their website, but whatever. Both in however they want to watch. Whatever subtitle languages are dubbed has been the single biggest driver for converting people over, because pirate sites do provide that content as soon as possible, but then most of the time it is in a handful of languages, maybe not the language they want. Dude, you're full of shit. Stop. Sometimes you are actually wrong, sir. They do have dubs. They have dubs. The moment they have the dubs and they have the subs. So you are wrong. They have dubs the same day they come out. So if we can do that consistently and as fast as we can, I think that's the biggest opportunity we have. No, this is how you stop pirating. The moment that you actually have a working app, that you bring back simulcast. Yeah, you bring back simulcast with ads, and you, I don't know, stop botching localizations, and you treat your customers with respect, and I don't know, maybe provide more membership benefits and have an affordable service. Maybe you will actually stop pirating. Fuck, do what Musasia does. See. Now we're getting to the AI here. There's interesting technologies in the mix. This is the final thing. Oh God, I think we're at 2 hours, huh? Oh, we're getting close. Well, sorry, it's gonna probably be a little over 2 hours. But goddamn, this shit has really pissed me off. So you have to deal with it. There's interesting technologies in the mix where where you can add some value, because you do have the direct both economic and creative relationship with the creators. Which, by the way, the fact that I have had creators consider AI, tell me they think that AI might be the best, that some localizations should consider AI, that is saying a lot. I can't say who. In the mix there where you can add some value because you do have direct both economic and creative relationship with the creators. You mentioned the delay for just dubbing. There are new technologies like simuldub. There's simulcasting just to get it at the same time. There's potentially AI in the mix. Are you thinking about those kind of technologies? AI is definitely something that we think about at a lot of different workflows within the organization. Actually, the Tower of God voice actor, one of the Tower of God dub voice actors, said you already were thinking about it, and probably are probably going to do it sooner than you're saying here. But whatever. that we think about a lot of different workflows within the organization. Right now, one of the areas we are very focused on testing is our subtitling and closed captioning, where we go from speech to text, and how do we improve and optimize our process where we can get the subtitles done in various languages across the world faster, so that we can launch it as close to the Japanese release as possible. Why don't you ask Shueisha and Bushy Road how they do it? Because AI hybrid simulpubs exist. They come out. Shueisha does it for some of their Manga Plus exclusives, and obviously Ancient Magus' Bride, and they're fine. Let's see. Where we govern speech to text, and how we do improve and optimize our processes, where we can get the subtitles done in various languages across the world faster, so that we can launch as close to the Japanese release as possible. So that's definitely an area where we are focused on. And yeah, we've seen it, but and as I said, as we've seen with the AI hybrid simulpubs, you need to have a human there to edit it. Dubbing is not so much yet, for a couple of reasons. Our dubs tend to be adapted dubs. They're not direct translations, so it's a creative process. So we have teams that are focused on adapting the dubs to each region. Humor. We have also have the thing that we have to dub, and we can edit the animation itself. So we have to get the match to the lip sync correct. So it's definitely something that we are playing with. We don't find the technology to be there yet, but obviously we're also playing in other areas like personalization and discovery. And how we can use generative AI and making that a better experience for our users. So yeah, a lot of different areas across the organization, we are testing AI. Okay, this is really where we're going to conclude, because they're just repeating themselves here. And it's just really frustrating. Hold on a second, let me do this. Okay, so here's the thing. Crunchyroll, or I should say this, Purini, you are fucking stupid, as I've been saying. You're fucking stupid. And this has been the problem with Crunchyroll for a long time. They want to invest in everything in the kitchen sink, but the main problems here, okay? The main problems that Crunchyroll is not, main things Crunchyroll aren't doing. And I'm surprised Sony isn't, you know what I'm going to say here? I'm really surprised Sony isn't really, in all reality, isn't taking control of the anime theatrical releases as well as the marketing. Sony and Aniplex USA should be the ones to take control of it. There's no reason why they, especially since Purini has made it clear he does not give a fuck about the marketing and wants Sony to basically lose money at this point. He's just asking Sony to lose money at this point. And Sony is basically licensing and or is basically putting out the home releases for anime. There's no reason why that Sony should not be in charge of theatrical releases and marketing. Sony's great at doing that too. Sony has done a fantastic job with marketing, and more than likely, Sony would, if Sony was in charge of it, of theatrical releases and anime theatrical releases, as well as marketing, guess what? We'd have extended theatrical releases. We'd have fun midnight events for, like, say, for Chainsaw Man. We'd have such a fun event going on for like a midnight release. Spy Family, we would have something fun going on. Hell, Spy Family, they had like an exclusive manga for Spy Family in Japan. We could get that here, and that would get people at theaters. Spy Family's really popular here. Chainsaw Man, it would be fun to have a midnight release here. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Perini's logic is just unbelievable. He brought down Funimation. He is going to be, this is why I'm calling this video the fall of Crunchyroll, because he is Crunchyroll at this rate. If nothing changes, Crunchyroll is going to die. The priorities have always been fucked up at Crunchyroll, or have been for, not always, for a long time. They've been really like questionable at Crunchyroll. But based on this interview, there's no way Crunchyroll is going. There's no way Crunchyroll is going to survive. At this rate, Crunchyroll is going to die within, I would say, if nothing changes, I would say the next few years. There's no way I could see it surviving. No way. I still can't believe, in regards to the theme park portion of that flywheel, that no one just mentioned the Crunchyroll Expo. That was what that. Oh, I don't understand. You fucked up. You fucked up on that. The other thing that I still can't believe he said is he doesn't want to expand. He don't want to expand your customer base. Why would you not want to expand your customer base? I can't believe this. Oh my God, Crunchyroll is going to die. This man is going to kill Crunchyroll. The fact that he acknowledged that he is an engineer and the app is still buggy, and it's not, he's rather invested in all this stupid shit, but fixing the app, and not have any dub titles, which really frustrates me. There's so many things you could do. Does this motherfucker not want money? Sony, do you not want money? Do you not want money? I just don't get it. I don't get it. There's so many ways you could make. There's so much potential here. So much you could do to like really make this shit blossom. And then those ignorant statements about piracy. You are fucking stupid if you honestly believe, Purini, that you are going to bring back fans, that fans are going to stop pirating. Fans might stop pirating if they use a VPN and go to and use Netflix Asia or Muse Asia or Amazon Prime Video Asia. Like, that's how you're going to stop pirating at this rate, because they ain't going to use Crunchyroll. They might use Hulu for anime. They might use, but you're not going to stop pirating. You're not bringing them in. Fuck no, you ain't bringing them in. No, you have made it clear how ignorant you are. And Sony, you're fucking stupid. I'm gonna tell I sent the interview to my Aniplex insider. I'm gonna tell him flat out, seriously, Crunchyroll is probably going to dissolve and die unless Sony puts a new person in there to save it. There's no way in hell it's going to survive. But let me know your thought. I'm not sorry that this is over 2 hours, but God, this shit really frustrates me. I can't believe this motherfucker is that stupid. I just can't believe this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.